had to meet a friend at my warehouse for a little bit, and I was just hanging out with him, talking to him, and I decided I was just going to go home and try to get some stuff listed on eBay. And, well, I guess that's not happening now. The nature of this business, you get phone calls out of the blue sometimes. And a friend called me kind of hysterically and sent me a bunch of pictures of a car that somebody found in a storage unit. And, well, I really can't tell what it is because his picture taking stills are pretty lackluster. There's a small chance it could be a 32 Ford 3-window coupe body. So, I am headed to Chicago to go look at this thing right now. Wish me luck, because Chicago really isn't the place you want to be this point in time. Let's put it that way. I'm headed to go pick him up. He lives in the city I grew up in, so I'm gonna go pick him and his son up on the way, and we're gonna go check out this car in the storage unit and see what it is, see if it's worth picking up. Some of the pictures he sent me, there was a rear suspension out of a C3 Corvette, like a complete like subframe assembly with the rear axles, the springs, all that. So who knows, maybe there's some fun stuff in there. Looks like there's a couple engines. Oh, it's right up my alley, so go check it out. I'll show you guys when I get there.
You do it.
Me? You do it. Come on, break in this shit. Woo!
Fuck me. Damn, masters.
This is the right unit, right?
I hope so. Yep, there's the right unit.
Smells like old car in here. It's sauce.
What is it?
Oh, fucking.
Come on, nobody knows. Who's here? Shit, it doesn't even go here. I know. Close. Fucking asshole.
Oh, there's no grill shell on that. It's just a. There's two frames. Yeah, there's two frames.
I don't see that. Oh yeah, I see the other one now. Where's the grill?
I thought it was over there, but it's not. It looked like there was one on it, but I don't see one now. Small block Chevy upside down.
No, that's the way it should have put down.
See, that looks like a Ford rear axle. A lot of stuff in here.
What wheel is this for? This one on the left.
That looks like a Ford front axle.
No, this wheel.
That's aftermarket. It's a turbine. If there's a set of them, might be worth a little bit of cash. It looks like it might be. Another one behind it. Boy, that might be a 32 Ford.
Is it?
I'm looking at the firewall. Firewall looks 32 Ford-ish.
There's no fire.
It says, man, this thing's rough. But see, it's got the fucking hinge pockets here. The 32 Ford, it gotta have the hinge pockets here. Yeah. Yeah, 32 had suicidal doors.
Stock?
Yeah.
I thought only Lamborghini did that. Seen it on the internet.
Mexicans and their humor. I tell you what. This is a Corvette.
No, it's scrapping.
Yeah.
No, this is Corvette.
How do you know?
Say no.
What year?
Should have a leaf spring in the back. Yeah, there's.
Corvette's the only one that did leaf spring?
No. Corvette had like a transverse leaf spring in the rear suspension. Yep, see, there's a leaf.
Where's the leaf?
Right there. Yeah, this is a C3 Corvette rear suspension.
That's what's worth money?
Yeah, you put probably $500-600 out of that by itself. Alright, let me get some gloves and look around.
Does it look?
Alright, so it's a 32 Ford 3-window coupe body. The firewall and a couple other things are throwing me off. There's a flathead down there. It might be a 32 flathead. I'm standing on top of a bunch of stuff. It looks like there's a deck lid and maybe doors over here. I'm trying to get to them, so we'll pull those out and see. Ooh, almost fell. There's a 67, 69 Camaro bucket seat right here. I think that's a deck lid. The inner wheel houses. There's a frame. What's left of the frame? Is that the hood?
Yep.
Yeah, hood's metal. Alright, dig a couple more things out, see what happens. So, these are Pontiac cylinder heads. It came back as 1960 Pontiac 389 cylinder heads. There's a flathead Ford motor right there. Like this. What does that look like to everybody? Right there. I'm hoping that's not just a air compressor head. I'm gonna pull it out and see right now. Or try to. Is that just a Whizzer engine? There's another engine down there. There's a transmission over here. Looks like it's a 3 or 4 speed. Ooh, there's an intake back here with carburetors on it, with multiple carburetors. Can I see that in there? Oh, this unit is getting more and more interesting. I love this kind of stuff. All right, we just
Aquí
found.
tenemos un motor que se le entra la gasolina y se va bien rápido. Me gusta mucho.
Offenhauser 3-deuce intake.
Yeah, what he said.
There's another fender right here.
Doing.
More like cha-ching, cha-ching.
Not like a guitar. Doing.
There's another motor down there. I can't tell what it is. I'll show you guys the engine we just pulled out of here. Let me climb down. I think there's another one of these back there. This is a Whizzer engine. Yep, see it, there it is. Whizzer. How do I know? I have a complete Whizzer in my basement. So that's badass. I think there's another one of these back there. I first saw it, I thought it was an early motorcycle engine. But they're kind of similar. Basically, a Whizzer from the 1940s or 50s is basically what a motorcycle was from like 1910. So, did you see it?
That's nice.
This used to be one of my routes too.
Now it's mine. So get the fuck out of my route. This is where we met.
Here?
Yeah.
Probably.
This is where I gave you the unit. You said, please, let me get it.
Oh, I just found something else worth money.
With the violin.
Here, come over here.
Remember?
Come over here.
Remember?
Yes, come over
It
here.
was a $60 unit. And you were like, great, let me get this. And I walked away and that's where we met.
Pull those wheels down. Pull the bike wheels down.
The seat?
The bike wheels, no, pull
Yeah,
the bike
but
wheels
the
down.
seat?
No. Tell him to pull bike wheels down. He's worried about a seat. Oh, hey!
Where?
All right, the bike wheel you just threw behind you. Pick that up.
This one?
No, behind you. There you go. That one. Bring it over here.
That's worth something?
Oh, it's a 3-speed. I thought it was a 2-speed. From a distance, this looked like a Bendix 2-speed kickback. But this, I think, is a Bendix 3-speed hub. If it was a Bendix 2-speed hub, it's easy $100, $150.
But, like, you could use them for ice cream?
Yes.
Ice cream.
Yes.
I like ice cream.
I can tell he likes ice cream.
There's like a Zenith 1970s or.
That looks like a Crapalanche. So, we've got a 32 Ford 3-window coupe body that the firewall's been changed. They filled in the cowl vent, they filled in the roof, and it's just, you could barely tell it's still a 32 Ford. Trunk lids here. Have not located the doors. There is a 32 front axle in here. Looks like a 32 rear axle. I think the frame's a 32. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at one in a while. Frame's in rough shape. There's a flathead V8 in here. It looks like it could be an early flathead, so that might be a 32 motor. It's at least in the 30s, that's for sure. There's a C3 Corvette rear suspension with the axle. We found a Offenhauser 3-deuce intake with the carburetors. It looked like either Holly 94s or Stromberg 97s on it. There's that small block Chevy. There's a early Pontiac 389 motor there. There's another small block here. There's 4 or 5 transmissions that I could see. Found the Whizzer motor. This is a cool little unit. So, this is one of my dream units. I dream of finding stuff like this. I didn't think it was a 32 Ford. But there was very good reason why I didn't think it was a 32 Ford. The firewall was wrong. The firewall on a 32 is very distinctive. There's no mistaking it. And, well, it was changed out, so couldn't tell by the firewall. 32 also has a cowl vent, like right on top of the cowl in front of the windshield. There's a vent that was missing. Upon a closer inspection, it was leaded in. 32 has suicide doors. This had evidence of having standard style doors on it. So the really crappy pictures that were sent to me, I honestly couldn't tell what it is. As soon as I saw it in person, though, it's a 32 Ford 3-window coupe. For those of you unfamiliar with the hot rod world, a 32 3-window coupe is like, it's gold. That's the one. That's the one to have. That's the car that everybody dreams of having. We found the frame leaning up against the side. It is, in fact, there's no doubt in my mind, it's a 32 frame. There's a 32 front axle. There's a 32 rear axle with spring. Actually, there's a 32 whole front suspension. Found the trunk lid. Found the back fenders. It was definitely a hot rod at some point in its life. It's been, you know, it's been worked on. There's not much left to it, but it's a 32 Ford 3-window coupe. So this is the kind of stuff I dream of finding in units. So the sad part, the really sad part, is I found out that the gentleman that bought the unit had already, well, let's put it this way, he bought the unit for scrap. And he already took a truckload out of there before he realized that there was a car body in there. So I can only imagine what got scrapped out of there. I'd rather not think about it, to be honest. So these cars are still out there. They are still being found. Crazy. Sitting in a storage unit on the south side of Chicago. Who would have thunk it?